Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Baltimore.
The Rays have been flexing their muscles in Baltimore, blasting 4 home runs and scoring 17 runs while taking the first 2 games from the Orioles. Tonight, Erasmo Ramirez goes to the mound as the Rays look for the series sweep. Tonight's Wednesday Showdown is brought to you by your Tampa Bay area Mazda dealers. Tonight at Oriole Park, Camden Yard, the Rays wrap up their business for the 2015 season in Baltimore. They'll take on the Orioles in the 3rd game of this series. And in the wild card standings, the Rays 3.5 back. The Angels have already won their game. But the Rays getting to the 500 mark, very much relevant in that race. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Brian Anderson. Dwayne Stats, great to have you aboard. Well, a lot of offense here in the first 2 games for the Rays. It's a continuation of what they started in August, and you can only hope that that offensive outburst continues.
Well, they certainly raised the bar. I mean, they ended the month of August. It was an impressive offensive month for the Rays with 6 runs on Monday night, but raised that bar big time last night, 11 runs. That gives them 17 runs here the first 2 games of this series. They've hit 4 home runs, and it's been everybody chipping in. Last night, go back no further, it was the bottom of the order. Brandon Guyer, how about a 4-hit night? How about JP Arancibia with 6 runs driven in? I mean, this is an offense right now that's aggressive. They're clicking on all cylinders. They're confident and looking for one more big explosion before the off day tomorrow.
The Rays did it last night without Kevin Kiermaier in the lineup. He is back in the starting lineup in center field tonight, hitting out of the 8th spot. On the hill for the Rays tonight, Erasmo Ramirez making his 22nd start after victory number 11. He'll be opposed by the right-hander Kevin Gausman for Baltimore. Rays and the Orioles coming up after this. The win last night for the Rays in big fashion, 11-2. So they are at the 500 mark, 66 and 66 coming into this one. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Rays, presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Grady Sizemore is going to lead it off, followed by Brandon Guyer, who loves to hit in this ballpark, and Evan Longoria batting third. The DH, John Jaso. Logan Forsythe back in tonight at second. And Drupal Cabrera hits sixth, plays shortstop, batting in front of James Loney. Then Kevin Kiermaier and J.P. Arancibia off a big night at the plate last night. 6 RBIs will hit ninth.
Well, this lineup will be taking on right-hander Kevin Gausman as he's making his 12th start of the season. The numbers don't blow you away. A 2-6 record, 4.39 earned run average. However, 5 starts here at Orioles Park, and he is 1-1 with an ERA of 1.85. Very good in this building.
Tall right-hander out of LSU. There's Buck Showalter going over the lineup card and potential matchups.
Already. That's what this game.
Managers have to stay 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 steps ahead these days. And here is Grady Sizemore. First pitch of this game presented by Pitch-A-Penny. And that's a fastball in there for a strike to start this one tonight. Great to have you with us as the Rays try to move over 500. One and one. Sizemore at 213. Drove in a run with a fielder's choice ground ball in last night's game. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Corey Blazier calls the balls and strikes. Young umpire, just 33 years old, out of Denver, Colorado. And Sizemore out in front for the strikeout.
Now let's take a quick look at the Baltimore Oriole defense, see how that's going to line up here tonight. Brought to you by BMW. In the outfield left to right, we have Steve Pearce, Adam Jones, and Gerardo Parra. Across the infield, third to first, Ryan Flaherty, Manny Machado, Jonathan Scope, and Chris Davis with Matt Wieters behind the plate.
Here's Brandon Guyer. Pops it up right side, foul. Wieters after it and runs out of room down into the dugout. And that is a strike. It'll be interesting to see that changeup to Sizemore, how much Gausman tries to get that pitch into play.
He will against lefties. You know, he basically, for the most part, fastball, slider, split to righties, fastball, split, slider to lefties. But the one thing that you will know and you will see here tonight is Gausman loves his fastball.
There's a high fly ball back into deep left. Pearce all the way to the wall and leaps, and he brings it back. Pearce robbing Guyer of a home run. Well, we've seen Kiermaier do that in this series. And he stands in appreciation of the catch by Pearce out there to rob Guyer.
Boy, he had to run a long way, too, to put himself in position. And what a finish.
Take a look at these two guys in awe of that catch. Boy, that's great respect to have Kiermaier.
That's funny.
That's amazing. What a great shot. Evan Longoria up here with a count of 1-0. Ground ball to the left side. Machado has this one. Throws a strike to first. 1-2-3. Go the Rays on a great catch for out 2. As Guyer is robbed of a home run by Pearson left. Another look at that catch. On to the bottom of the first inning. We've already seen another highlight catch. The Orioles lined them up this way. Presented by your Southern Ford dealers. Manny Machado leads it off, followed by Gerardo Parra, then Adam Jones, Chris Davis, Matt Wieters, and Jonathan Scoop in the middle. Steve Clevenger's the DH. Steve Pearce will hit 8th. Ryan Flaherty at 3rd, bats 9th.
Well, Erasmo Ramirez making that 22nd start of the season, 10-5 record, 3.68 on the earned run average. It's been a very solid, very good season for Erasmo, looking to continue that here, a little over a month to play.
Machado lifting a fly ball into left. Sizemore will have to come in for this one. And he's got it. So on the first pitch, Machado is out of there.
Well, let's set the Rays defense for you. Brought to you by BMW. In the outfield, left to right, Grady Sizemore, Kevin Kiermaier returns, and Brandon Guyer. And across that infield, third to first, Evan Longoria, Asdrubal Cabrera, Logan Forsythe back out there, James Loney, and JP Arancibia behind the plate. How could you not after his night last night?
Yeah, Arancibia, 3 hits, topped it off with a 2-run home run and 6 runs batted in. So here's Parra back in the Orioles lineup. He started the first night in here. Takes a pitch, shortens on the bat, which draws Longoria in. That's a strike. Parra had a hit and a run scored Monday night. And he's out in front. 0-2.
Well, that is precisely the reason that Erasmo Ramirez owns left-handed hitters. It's that changeup. When you talk about a weapon that lefties have just not been able to figure out for the most part this season, that is it.
And he takes care of Parra. Well, why not?
Well, he can locate it. You know, that's the thing. And the fact that he's got the arm side run and the arm side sink with that pitch, it just sets up so well against the lefties. As you can see, that almost 100 points lower in average. But look at this thing just continue to tail away, and Parra tries to get out there, lengthen that swing a little bit, and it just keeps moving away.
Here's Adam Jones. He takes a strike, fastball to start him. Jones hitting .277, 24 home runs. Fouls it back. Another fastball, 0-2. Jones 3 out of 9 in his lifetime matchups against Erasmo Ramirez, with a couple of home runs.
And you could see Arancibia saying, "We want this up."
Maybe that's where he got it.
Yeah, probably a little bit too far up, but you get the idea. We see that a lot against this Orioles lineup. Work the zone, and then all of a sudden when you want to close them out, you climb the ladder with that fastball.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball, center field. Kiermaier is there to make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 first for Baltimore. We go to the second, no score. brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By Outback Steakhouse Curbside Takeaway. By your Tampa Bay Mazda dealers. And by Morgan Auto Group. Right-hander Kevin Gausman doing the pitching for Baltimore tonight, making his 12th start, 20th appearance overall. This will be the 8th time the Rays have faced him already in his young career. And John Jaso, the DH, leads off the second. A ball, no strikes.
Overall, it has not gone well for Gausman against the Rays, and really hasn't gone well for him. We talked about how good he's been here at home, but in his last 5 starts, the team's 0-5. He's 0-4 with an ERA of over 5.
Pitch is fouled away. It's now 2-1. Forsythe next, followed by Cabrera. Lifted foul and out of play. Takes the count to 2-2. Forsythe left the game early last night with some tightness in his left groin. There's a little check swing and a roller right back to the hill. Gausman throws out Jaso. So that's the first out here in the second inning. Let's check in here with Todd Callis.
Dwayne, it is a Web Wednesday, which means fans can ask questions tonight. You guys have all the answers either through Twitter with the hashtag AskRays or email to sunsportsrays@gmail.com. Right now, let's go all the way back across the room to Dwayne and BA.
It's quite a production here.
That's where he goes.
Yep.
We wondered where he ran off to.
He disappears behind that door.
Within striking distance, though.
Yep.
And from behind.
There's a strike to Logan Forsythe. Forsythe hitting .286, 15 homers, 53 runs batted in, and a ground ball. That's Scope up with it, but no chance to throw him out. Scope on the shortstop side of the bag went for that one, and he's replacing his divot right now.
Well, this ball, you see how they have them all lined up. Logan Forsythe, he doesn't care. Try to split the difference. Scope's able to get to it, but just too far of a throw. Logan gets out of the box well, and he beats that out.
Well, wouldn't you know, you leave the game the night before with some tightness in that groin area, and you hit a ground ball like that, you know you've got to bust it down the first base line. Apparently he's all right. So a good test right there. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. After the first pitch, and he pops it up. Scope out there from second. 2 gone.
And here's the thing, too, with Logan's groin. I mean, those are injuries that you don't want to mess around with at any time, let alone with where the Rays are in the season, where the Rays are as far as, you know, wanting to accomplish certain things. And so he had to really convince Kevin Cash, I'm sure, to be out in the lineup today that he was beyond 100%. Or you just don't mess around with it. But
yeah, through all of this now, the Rays have gotten back to 500. They have 30 games left, and they still have a shot for that second wild card spot. So you want everybody healthy.
Boy, and he's been so important to this team all season long.
All the way around. Both sides of the baseball. Here's James Loney. He fouls the first pitch away. That's a strike. Loney scored a couple runs last night. Drove in a run with a base hit. He's had 11 runs and 15 hits last night. And a close pitch, and he takes it for a ball. It's 1-1. One on with 2 gone. And a near miss again by Gossman. 2 balls and a strike. You know, if you break Gossman down, you talk about the fastball, 2-seam, 4-seam, that split, a slider. He's got a straight change that occasionally he throws, and not very often, but he can throw a curveball. And he's down with this one, 3-1. Sometimes it's better to simplify things.
That really is the thought. I mean, he's got the big 3. You know, we'll see Erasmo, you know, with the big 3, but all of a sudden he'll throw in that curveball every now and then for a change of pace. That's not such a big deal.
There's a base hit into right field off a fastball. The Rays put 2 men aboard on the single by Loney.
You know, sometimes you'll get guys that will dabble in that other breaking ball just for a different look. You know, if the slider's not quite there, maybe I can roll some curveballs in there early in an at bat and just try to keep myself around for a little bit. It's a way to buy time.
2 men on with 2 men out. Here's Kevin Kiermaier. Kevin out of the lineup after the mild sprain of the right ankle here Monday night. And the pitch is a strike. Mid-90s fastball. Too close. 1-1.
The Rays with their first opportunity, the part of the lineup last night that did all the damage or most of the damage against the Orioles.
Ground ball headed up the middle into center. Forsythe will be waved around. Jones uncorks the throw, and it is there in time. Adam Jones, so good out there in center field, picks up another assist. It was very close. Well, and Kevin Cash, I think, might want to. Does he want to take a look? He's asking for a little time here.
Well, it'll be, did he tag him? Because certainly the ball was there ahead. And kind of, you see the glove go down. He shows it, but did it touch? You know, right there, it looked like it may have grazed the knee, but this may be one that the Rays end up taking a look at as Kevin Cash awaits word. This is a good shot here.
Cash waiting to see every possibility, and he's not going to challenge it.
No.
So Forsythe cut down at the plate. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. base hit up the middle by Kiermaier. Here's another look. Hard to tell right there. You're looking for clear and convincing if you challenge it. Here's Chris Davis to lead off. He takes a big cut in the mid. Strike one. Davis, Wieters, and then Scope due up. One and one. Ramirez is 2-1 in 5 lifetime appearances against the Orioles. 4 of those are starts. And there is a base hit through the right side for Chris Davis. That's only the second hit for Davis in his career against Ramirez. He's now 2 for 13. The one other hit was a grand slam. You know, in fact, coming into this game, Davis, Machado, and Wieters were a combined 3 for 31 against Erasmo Ramirez, and all 3 of those hits were home runs until now on a base hit by Chris Davis. Here is Matt Wieters. He's 1 of 8 in his career off Ramirez. Pops it up, foul, out of play.
Well, of course, Davis and Wieters hitting left-handed off of him. That change up the equalizer with Machado. You know, we saw him attack, you know, right away with that fastball, and so Machado tried to jump on it, popped it up into left field.
0-2 the count on Wieters.
It's funny how sometimes you'll have a group of hitters like that accomplish a lot of home runs, and they may get you here and there, but 3 for 31 or whatever, you know, that number was such a low average. And then somebody else who doesn't hit a whole lot of home runs, doesn't have a high average, will just own you.
Runner goes, and the throw down. He is out at second base. The throw from Aaron Sebia skipped in, but Davis is cut down with Asdrubal Cabrera putting the tag on him.
And very odd. First of all, the Orioles don't run a lot. Chris Davis doesn't run a lot, and teams do not run on Erasmo Ramirez. Only 3 attempts all season long, so you wonder if there was something missed here. I mean, that ball was up. The throw by Aaron Sebia bounced, and still, look how much time the Rays had to apply that tag.
Ground ball, that's going to go right through Ramirez and into center field. And Wieters is aboard after the caught stealing.
Now you wonder if that caught stealing was, you know, I don't know if you would hit and run with Matt Wieters. I don't think you would straight steal with Chris Davis off of Erasmo.
No, that's strange all the way around.
Yeah.
Although Davis was looking toward the plate almost immediately after his break. So he thought something was up. Whether it's a hit and run, I don't know what else it could be. If it's not a straight steal, it's got to be a hit and run.
Somebody didn't get the memo.
Here's Jonathan Scope. Pitch is low to him. 1 on, 1 out. A couple hits now for Baltimore. Fly ball down the left side. It's headed for the stands. 1-1. Scope is hitting .291 with 10 home runs. Fouls the pitch out of play. Now 1-2. This pitch blocked by Aaron Sebia. It bounced away from him. And before he could retrieve and make a play, Wieters advances.
Well, this Baltimore Oriole team so desperate for a win. They have been on an extended losing streak, 12 out of 13 out of 14. It's been rough around these parts. And so trying to be aggressive. Saw Davis get thrown out trying to steal. That could have been a missed sign. But then Wieters aggressively on that ball away from Aaron Sebia getting into scoring position.
Wild pitch. Charge to Ramirez. Tapper foul. So the Orioles get a man into scoring position. We'll take a look at this. They've lost 12 of their last 13. And as the runs per game would indicate, in those 12 losses, they've scored 3 or fewer runs. So in that stretch, they're averaging 2.7 runs. So it has not worked out for the Orioles all the way around on the mound or at the plate.
And even defensively, they've committed more than twice the number of errors that the opposition has in that time frame. It's been a team-wide meltdown.
Cut the miss. Scope chased that pitch in the dirt. 2 gone.
You know, Erasmo Ramirez is one of those guys that opposing hitters should really go up there with the idea. If you see it down, let it go. I mean, if the ball comes out of his hand down in the zone, it's going to continue to track that way, just like that pitch right there. And Sebia getting whacked on the backswing there of Scope.
Yeah, still the presence of mind to put the tag on the potential hitter runner there.
Or he just fell into him.
Steve Clevenger. Fly ball center field. Kiermaier right there for it. No runs, a couple of hits, and a man left for Baltimore. Scoreless through 2. Here in Baltimore. Join the Rays Friday, October 2nd for a zombie apocalypse here, or not exactly here, but at Tropicana Field. Purchase a seat in the TBT party deck and receive a Zombie Night t-shirt featuring a zombie fighting Evan Longoria. Get your tickets today by visiting RaysBaseball.com/special events. JP Aaron Sebia. Pitch is low. The ball, no strikes. Aaron Sebia then the top of the order. Sizemore and Geyer. Big night last night for the Rays catcher. He had a single in the 4th driving in 2, a single in the 5th driving in 2, and a 2-run home run in the 7th inning last night. And a long one deep to left down the line. That ball is fair. Aaron Sebia hit it a mile. It was hooking. And Chris Guccione, the third base umpire, emphatic with that call. And Aaron Sebia has just hit his 2nd home run, and it brings Buck Showalter out of the Baltimore dugout.
That ball may be flat.
Umpires are going to conference over this one. Chris Guccione called it fair, and he was emphatic with that signal.
Well, mistake out over the plate. Aaron Sebia just destroys that baseball. Now the question, is it fair? And Chris Guccione said that it was.
We see how high it was. It was crushed.
I mean, that ball was absolutely crushed.
Well, they can look at all the angles, but the guy who had the best angle was Chris Guccione. I'm not sure you're going to get a truer angle on that by reviewing it than the one that Guccione had.
Well, and you could read his lips when he was talking with the other umpires. He had it going over top of the pole. It was close, but he said that it was, you know, in his opinion's the only one that matters. Well, over the top.
And here's what you have now. You have a decision made by an umpire live, and now you're going to go and have this reviewed by a group of umpires in New York, and they're going to be dependent upon angles just like that. They are not true angles.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't do anything but go along with what Guccione said.
One would think. I guess we're going to find out.
Well, with the angles that we saw, if that's what they're looking at and they come back and say no home run, Kevin Cash, wow, may need to exit this game.
Yeah, I would think so. But the point of all that is you're still asking an umpire somewhere to make a decision, make an interpretation of what they see. You can't get away from that even with the replay. And the whole idea is to get it right, which is absolutely what you want to do and what everybody involved is interested in doing. In this case, I'm just not sure they're going to get any angle better than the one Guccione saw.
And not only that, but I you know, we're now into September, but I am suffering from replay fatigue. I'm not done with it.
So apparently they're exhausting every look they can get on the review. A blast off the bat of J.P. Aaron Sebia.
Like this is, I mean, what could you possibly be looking at?
I mean, Buck Showalter came out to ask for this review, and even where he was, he doesn't have as good an angle as Guccione. He's the only guy, Guccione, who had that kind of an angle. And that was pretty true. And it's going to be a home run. So the home run for Arancibia. It stands. His second home run in as many nights and in as many at bats. He homered his last at bat last night, and he homers in his first at bat tonight. It would be interesting, as you see Buck Showalter chatting down there, it would be interesting to be a party to that conversation. Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, going back up to first. Lance Diaz back to second. And we will take a look at the swing. And then Drew Smiley had it all the way. And so did Arancibia, for that matter. And Chris Guccione made the call. So the Rays out in front on the home run by J.P. Arancibia, and a foul ball by Sizemore, strike one. One ball, one strike. 13th home run given up by Kevin Gausman. Two balls and a strike. Three and one. That's ball four. And so the Rays get a base runner here. Sizemore draws the walk, and again we'll check in with Todd Callis. Todd?
Dwayne, we have a lot of questions on this Web Wednesday, especially through email. You can also go on Twitter with the hashtag AskRays and ask your questions, or email to sunsportsrays@gmail.com. One earlier, believe it or not, was about whether you think there should be cameras down the lines to help out with calls on fair or foul home runs. Another one, guys, involving a stadium issue. A few line drives into the crowd recently that have caused some injuries. Your thoughts about extending the netting on balls hit into the stands or seats? Guys, back to you.
All right, Brandon Geyer shortens on that one. Takes the pitch for a ball. Well, I guess on the first one, might not be a bad idea to have cameras directly down the lines. That case right there, again, I think Chris Guccione was the one guy who had the best angle on it. He made the call, and as we can see, that call stands as a result. First, and Sizemore back in. In regard to netting extending down the line, I'll tell you, I would be all for that without question. You know, it's really amazing that I think there aren't more injuries. It doesn't happen that often, but once or twice or three times would be way too many. And you do, it's human nature to sit there and not always pay attention, and it only takes one moment, a split second of not paying attention, and suddenly there's a serious injury.
I mean, how many lasers do we see go into the stands on a nightly basis?
Runner goes, and he's going to run into an out right there. Scope puts the tag on Sizemore. So caught stealing for out number one.
Boy, catch and throw by Matt Wieters, and it really wasn't even close. I mean, get rid of it, up, out, and look at that. Plenty of time for Scope to make the catch and eyeball the tag.
It's 3-1 on Brandon Geyer. Into right field. That will two-hop and go to the bottom of the wall, and Geyer's on his way to second. So Brandon, who was robbed of a home run in the first inning, goes the other way, and a double up the right field side this time.
Now, he just continues to swing the bat well, number one, but very well against the Baltimore Orioles, especially in this ballpark. Down and away, and look at him go right down and through it. Take the pitch the other way with authority and give yourself and your team another scoring opportunity. Well done.
He had 4 hits last night, a career average of .391 here at Camden Yards coming into this game. And he could be 2 for 2. He's 1 for 2 because of the great play made by Pierce to rob him of a first inning home run.
Well, Brandon made his major league debut here in 2011. First time in the batter's box. He hits a home run. I guess you could say he really, really loves it here. Those numbers.
Evan Longoria takes the pitch too low. Geyer back in. Tell you, Geyer's numbers and this hot streak he's been on in correlation with the Rays offense overall. Starting the 1st of August, coming into this game, he was hitting .390 since August the 1st. And that's when the Rays offense started to awaken. One ball, 1 strike. Toyota trend. Here's the breakout. The Rays averaging 1 full game or 1 full run a game more since the 1st of August. 4.6 runs. Look at the difference. High shot back into deep left, and Pierce not even going to move. That one is out of here. A tremendous blast off the bat of Evan Longoria. A 2-run home run, and the Rays have a 3-0 lead. 16th home run of the year for Evan Longoria. All you had to do was watch Pierce in left. He did not take a step.
I mean, everybody. Brandon Geyer coming off second base was basically walking to third. Boy, this is a pitch left out over the plate, and Evan Longoria able to get fully extended. At least he watched it.
It's down and in to John Jaso. It's his 200th career home run, Longoria. Pitch is down. Back into the screen. It's now 2-1.
And Dwayne, you realize that pitch right there was the straight change. Doesn't throw it very often. May not want to throw it anymore. That pitch stayed right out over the plate, and Evan just popped it out of here with authority. I'll tell you what, between that shot and Aaron Sebia's, the Rays are making some hard, solid contact here tonight.
Foul out of play. Aaron Sebia's is 103.4 off the bat, and Longoria's 102.6. And it went a long way. Ground ball to first. Davis to Gausman, and he drops the ball and stumbles across the bag.
I mean, that play right there is a microcosm of this stretch of baseball by the Baltimore Orioles. It has been sloppy. I mean, that's a routine play, as routine as you can get. He was there in plenty of time. Ground ball to first. Yeah, get over. You got plenty of time. You're going to beat him by a ton, and you just don't look the ball into your glove, and then to make matters worse, you trip over first base.
Well, the Orioles have lost 12 of 13, and you're right, that's a microcosm of what they've been going through for the last 2 weeks.
And that's why the Rays need to take care of business. They're off to a great start again here tonight. A focused team, a team that senses that they're right back in this playoff race, and they're getting the job done.
Pitch to Logan Forsythe is the ball. Here's something on that home run by Evan Longoria to give you a little perspective. Evan now has 200 career home runs and over 250 doubles. And he's the first third baseman ever to hit those 2 marks in his first 8 seasons. Now think about that for a moment. There's been some slugging third basemen in this game, and Longoria the first now to reach 250 doubles and 2 home runs in his first 8 seasons of Major League play.
Yeah, that is a very, very impressive stat.
I mean,
the only one.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's amazing. I mean, you know how he can play third base and what he's meant to this franchise, but I think when you can say he's the only guy to play third base in the major leagues and do that in his first 8 years, that's incredible. High five for sure.
From your manager and your hitting coach.
Yeah.
Enough said.
That's a strike to Forsythe. The visit from Dave Wallace, the pitching coach for Gaussman. Before that pitch, now 2-1. 25 pitches in this inning. He made 24 combined in the first 2. It's now 3-1. 1 out. The Rays have scored 3. The only out was the caught stealing after the walk to Sizemore. Now full count. Boy, that play on the ground ball by Jaso. I mean, when you're in the middle of a stretch like the Orioles, you truly have to think what else could go wrong. There's the runner, and the pitch is fouled back. Jaso on the move.
We saw the tangibles. We saw the numbers. 2.7 runs per game. ERAs above 6. Bullpen above 5. The fact that they've made a ton of errors. Made another one right there. We see all of that. What you don't see is what's the mindset of this team at this point. I mean, you just wonder, they're saying all the right things and talking, with conviction and talking about going out there and still fighting, but you just don't see it, and you wonder if those words are ringing hollow because the play has been lackluster at best, and I mean, it's been to a man up and down this roster and just been sloppy baseball, and you just wonder where their heads are at.
Well, and if you're out there on the mound, a couple of foul balls by Forsythe. This is going to be the 30th pitch of this inning. And the inning seems even longer, I'm sure, to Kevin Gaussman right now. Fly ball into right. Parra continuing to go back, and that's going to be off his glove, off the wall. Jaso's headed to third. Into second base goes Forsythe. And so the Rays have 2 more men in scoring position.
Well, and Parra is going to show you the perils of drifting. He didn't make a beeline back towards the wall to make the catch. Drifted, and then couldn't haul the ball in. He's got plenty of time to get back there, but he drifts. That's a tough angle. The ball's in and out of the glove. Foot stuck into the wall. He goes down. I mean, it just ugly.
So Forsythe on second. It's 26th double. Jaso's at third, and here's Asdrubal Cabrera. And the pitch is outside to Cabrera. Now they're going to rule that an error on Parra. One would hope they'll reconsider that.
I think the official scorekeeper's fed up.
Snap throw down to third. Back in is Jaso. Pitch is down. So now it's going to be a double. Good. Chaz Rowe up in the bullpen right now. And it's 3-0. And that pitch is inside for ball 4, and that's going to load the bases. The bases are loaded for the Rays. One out in the inning. It's 3-0. James Loney prepares to hit in the game tonight and all season. Tires Plus donates $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports. We've had a couple home runs in this inning. One over the left field foul pole by J.P. Arancibia, and then a long one deep into the seats in left center by Evan Longoria. Now the bases are loaded for James Loney. Loney hits a little popper into shallow center. That will drop for a base hit. Jaso scores, and the bases remain loaded. Another run home for the Rays, making it 4-0.
James Loney, he didn't hit it hard, didn't have to. That ball got in on him just a little bit. He dropped it out into shallow center field. I think that's probably going to end the night for Kevin Gausman. And this is how it's going to go down. A little bloop into center field, and everybody moves up 90 feet.
Well, Buck Showalter already on his way to the mound to make the pitching change. And a tough outing for Gausman. Epic meals, epic deals. By Grow Financial. Don't go through life, grow through life. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Chaz Rowe will be the new pitcher. He inherits a bases loaded situation. And Kevin Kiermaier up here with 1 out. Which is down, a ball, no strikes. So 4 runs charged to the starting pitcher Kevin Gausman, and he's responsible for 3 more as he departs. Ground ball. Scope goes to Machado over to first. Out there for the double play. 4-6-3, and Kevin Cash comes out of the dugout. He wants to wait a moment. Take a look at that play at first base as Kiermaier hit the ball on the ground, and that started the double play. And let's see what the Rays decide to do here. Is he safe or out? Out. I'd say out on the double play. So Rowe comes in, makes 2 pitches, and throws the double play ball. Rays hit 2 home runs in the 3rd. One by Aaron Sebia, one by Evan Longoria. The Rays jump to a 4-0 lead. Nothing lead early. Friday is Flashback Rays Day. Brought to you by Jeep. Post the best Rays vintage photo of yourself by using the hashtag #FlashbackRays. The Rays sent 9 men to the plate, scored 4 times in the top of the 3rd. 2-run home run by Longoria. Loney's single drove in a run, and Aaron Sebia's solo shot started the scoring. By the way, Forsythe tonight with 2 hits, and Logan is now 10 of his last 12. How about that?
Scorching, absolutely scorching.
Steve Pearce takes the pitch, and it's outside.
You didn't get to see that at home, but Jim Hickey walked Erasmo Ramirez out to the mound in between innings.
The liner headed back toward the corner. That's a fair ball off the 333 marker. And Pierce heads into second base. Sizemore got to the ball quickly, and if he fields it cleanly and Pierce decides to go for 2, could have been interesting at second.
Yeah, that ball was hit so hard and came off that wall hard that Grady Sizemore, he puts himself in position to make the throw. This ball just stays up and out over. Actually works its way back towards the swing of Pierce. He didn't get enough height on it, but right here, angles off. Now you got to turn and throw. And if he does that, then you've got a chance for a close play at second base.
Ryan Flaherty. Pitch is a strike. It was a long top half of the third. Richard Hickey accompanying Ramirez out of the dugout. He goes to work in the bottom of this inning.
Going to find his way back out there. It's been a while. Between the pitches, the reviews.
1 ball, 1 strike.
But it's a break that you will gladly take when the bottom line is it gave you 4 runs and a 4-run lead now to work with.
One and 2. It's Pierce at second. 2-2 the count on Flaherty, the number 9 hitter. Pitch looked pretty good.
It sure did, especially when you consider the arm angle of Ramirez and him driving that ball across the zone.
And now the count is full.
Well, the one thing that you do not want is for this Baltimore Orioles team to get any kind of an idea that they're going to be able to crawl back into this game, especially getting it jump started by the bottom of the order.
Yeah, Pierce hit that ball hard off the wall in the left field corner. The fly ball toward the left field corner. Sizemore back with room, makes the catch. And a tag. Pierce heads to third and is safely in there.
Steve Pierce being aggressive out there at second base. You got a fly ball to left that was deep enough. And his idea is get to third base with less than 2 outs and try to score that run.
Well, Pierce is one of these guys who's going to continue to play the game hard. He was upset last night when Machado did not score in the third inning when he was at third. Pierce looked at that ball into center that was caught by Forsythe. There's a line drive and it's over the head of Forsythe. Machado drives in Pierce. And the Orioles are on the board.
Well, taking a more aggressive approach off of Erasmo Ramirez is Manny Machado. Flew out on the first pitch he saw in his first at-bat. Here he gets a little slider and just lines it out over the head of Forsythe, and the Orioles do cut into this lead.
There's Parra. Fouls it toward the on-deck circle for a strike. Ramirez has to be thinking, all right, that's enough right now. We'd love a quick shutdown inning, but we've given up 1 as a result of that leadoff double. Enough is enough.
Well, he's got the ability to get a ground ball. He's right up there close to ground ball pitcher territory.
That's a fair ball past the diving Loney. Kicks out of the right field corner, and Geyer's going to have to chase it. Machado's going to score. Parra into second, and it's 4-2.
Well, the little pinball action down in the corner cost the Rays a run, at least temporarily. That ball was smoked down into the corner, and then off the wall, 3 different angles, and it got by Brandon Geyer. This is another. That slider has not been very sharp here tonight for Ramirez. Almost looks like he's trying to throw a cover. But you got 1, and then Brandon's going to play it off, and is able to get by him. He's got to chase it down, and while he's doing that, Machado's touching home plate.
Well, the danger is Adam Jones. Cars at second base. Four to two now. And the first pitch strike.
And you know what's interesting? When Erasmo Ramirez has struggled with the slider, why? Because he sweeps it too much. You know, he was sweeping that pitch off the plate. It was losing its effectiveness because of how big it had gotten. And tonight, it's really small, really short, almost like he's trying to make the effort to shorten up that slider. And it's become more of a cutter. It's what Machado hit out into center field. It's what Parra pulled down into the corner. And you just wonder if the pitch is just not good tonight so far, or if he's making a concerted effort to cut down on the sweeping action of that pitch. Because it's definitely different than what we normally see.
He's ahead of Jones, 0-2. And the fastball is fouled out of play. The Orioles trying to pick themselves up off the floor, and they have 3 hits and 2 runs in this inning with 1 out. Two is popped up foul. It's headed out of play. Another fastball. Let's check with Todd quickly. Todd?
Yeah, Dwayne, to answer BA's question, that's exactly what Erasmo was doing in his last bullpen session. He felt like there was too much sweep on the slider. He wasn't getting chases. So he worked in his bullpen session on shortening the break on the slider with a little adjustment in his grip, guys.
All right, well, there you go. That's exactly what's happening.
Well, he's definitely, shortened the sweep on that pitch, but you'd like to see a little bit more than what you've seen here tonight, because he went from having too much to right now it's not enough.
And a cut to miss. He got Jones chasing there. He got ahead of him and then swept that one away from him. Out number 2.
Actually,
there's a changeup.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Most of the time, that's to lefties. You get a tough righty up there. And why not? Try to make that pitch look like it's going to be a fastball at the knees away. And it just never gets there.
There's Chris Davis. And now a runner trying to steal third and a long drive. Center field. Kiermaier runs out of room. 2-run blast. And the game is tied. Not much question about that one from Chris Davis upon contact. A blast to center, and it's a 4-4 game.
Boy, look at that pitch. It allows Davis to get extension. It's thigh high, and I'm sorry, when he makes contact like that, there's no ballpark that's going to hold him.
So the Orioles have picked themselves up off the floor with 4 to tie this game. 1-0 the count to Wieters. One and 1. 105.2 off the bat for Davis on the home run to center. Two and 1. Wieters singled his first time. Up in the count now. And he takes ball 3. And another pitch close, actually on the corner, and a couple of those. Ground ball into shallow right. A nice hop for Forsythe out there to retire the side. 7 men come to the plate. They score 4. We're tied through 3. Chris Davis, now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag #SSDataStrongFan. You just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast, brought to you by T-Mobile. J.P. Arencibia will open the 4th inning. He began the 3rd with a home run. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. Chaz Rowe out there.
Well, right back to work for the Rays offense. Got a brand new ball game.
And 2.
I think the one plus side and what you tell yourself is you're into the bullpen already. And this Baltimore bullpen, I don't think is going to be able to hold back the Rays as well as they're swinging the bats.
It's a ball, 2 strikes. Two and 2. Top of the order, Grady Sizemore on deck, then Brandon Guyer. Foul ball. Pitch up. Arencibia fouled it. Slider spinning a little bit up.
It was almost too bad. You know, that needed to be a little further down. It was a true backup slider out of the zone. Eyes start to bug out when you see those.
Now cut and a miss. And then he comes back with that and strikes out Arencibia on a good slider.
Yeah, and I mean that's what Rowe was looking for the previous pitch. And when you go from that bad of a slider to this good of a slider, yeah, you're probably going to get a swing and a miss.
Top of the order, Grady Sizemore has struck out and walked. He's been caught stealing. On the ground to second, and Scope makes the pickup. 2 up and 2 down here against Chaz Rowe, the right-hander out of Lexington, Kentucky. And now Brandon Guyer. How about these numbers in 17 career games here? He's pushing 400 at 396. Guyer had a home run taken away from him by Pierce in the first inning before he doubled and scored in the third. One ball, no strikes. One. Ground ball to third. Flaherty up and out with the throw. A strikeout and 2 ground balls. Rays go up and down 1, 2, 3. Tie game at 4. Day in 2006, Rays turned the first ever 2-6-2 triple play in Major League history. Raul Ibanez strikes out on the pitch. Adrian Beltre thrown out trying to steal, and then the rundown. Jose Lopez trying to score from third, thrown out. Then went Ben Zobrist to Navarro. A 2-6-2 triple play. That was the second triple play in Rays history. Jonathan Scope taking the pitch inside. Yeah, that was still in the years when the Rays were doing a lot of things differently, including the triple play 2-6-2.
I love the reaction of J.P. Howell, because let's revisit that. I mean, I don't know if anybody had scored previous, but you had first and third with nobody out. First and third, nobody out. You get a strikeout, and before you know it, you're walking off the field. You better believe you're pretty pumped.
Ground ball and positioned perfectly. Forsythe right there. The first triple play in Rays history was in 2002 in September and came on Dwan Brazelton's Major League debut. How about that? Debut, and you got a triple play pull behind you.
That's one inning.
Well, you get your defense to Pull the triple play behind you, and it's libations for everybody. Steve Clevenger takes a strike. One ball, one strike now. One out. Bases are empty. Game tied in the fourth. Brandon Gomes up in the Rays bullpen. Into center field. Kiermaier drawing the range on this one. So that's two gone. Blank Fantasy, MLB.tv serves up real-time highlights and pitch tracking info on your out-of-market fantasy players, live or on demand on over 400 devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Get MLB.tv today. Speaking of that Rays bullpen, they got 7 innings from Smiley, 100 pitches on the nose last night. Kirby Yates pitched 2 innings. There's Pierce taking a ball down. Chris Archer pitched on Monday 6 innings. Andriese, Colome, and Boxberger each pitched an inning, and that's a strike to Pierce. It's 1-1. Popped up, shallow right. Geyer. 3 gone. 3 up and 3 down. Evan Longoria will open the 5th inning. Rays 4, Baltimore 4. Fifth inning, Evan Longoria strides to the plate. Display your love for DJ Kitty and the Rays in your home or on the road with the DJ Kitty Plush Window Cling presented by Tradewinds Island Resorts. All fans receive the DJ Kitty giveaway while supplies last. Saturday, September 12th, when the Rays take on the Red Sox. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. Evan Longoria takes a look at a strike. Evan hit the long home run in the 3rd inning, his 16th of the year. 1-1. Jazz Rowe on the hill. Ground ball handled by Machado at short. Machado making his second major league start at shortstop. Throws out Longoria. Let's check in with Todd again. Todd?
Dwayne, one of the popular topics tonight on our Ask the Announcer web Wednesday is the hairstyle for John Jaso and Chris Archer. First of all, a lot of people are wondering why they're doing that if they lost a bet. That's not the case. It's just personal style. And some fans were wondering about BA's not real fond of John Jaso's hair. We're aware of that. At least Rays fans are. But they think that he's okay with Archer's hair. Is that fair to John Jaso, BA?
Here's Jaso taking a pitch wide. We are interested in fairness after all.
Well, let me break it down for you, chapter and verse. Chris Archer's hair, a thing of beauty. First of all, any hair I'm fond of because I don't have it. In case anybody hadn't checked that out lately. So Chris Archer's hair, love it. He's letting it go all year. Love the fact that he's trying to go with the same hat and keep just powering it down over that lid as he goes out there to pitch. That'll be interesting to see how that ends up at the end of the season. The concern I have with Jaso's hair is I'm afraid if you get too close, it'll grab you. I don't know what it would do to me. You know what I mean? I mean that stuff. Sometimes it's compact. Other times it starts to flare out. It's like it's got a mind of its own, and you could get caught in hair like that.
You know, it would be great for Gasparilla.
Yeah.
Hang around, Gasparilla time, perfect.
Yeah. You'd get the Captain Jack look.
Hey, there's a base hit through the right side of the infield, and it shifted that way, and he got it through. He's on for the second time tonight.
See how that just stays like just jutting out?
Yeah.
You're afraid it's like a Venus flytrap for humans.
Yeah, or if you fell on it, you could be impaled by it.
I'm intimidated by it. That's all.
And in that way, you have great respect for it. You respect it enough to be intimidated by it.
Hey, he's willing to keep it around, sleep with it every night. He's a brave man.
Look at that. Now there's a Gasparilla look.
That looks like that's the look of someone that needs to be put down.
Logan Forsythe takes a pitch inside.
Oh my gosh.
Logan 2 for 2 tonight, and 10 of his last 12. 2 for 2 tonight, 3 for 3 last night, 3 for 4 before, and 2 of his last 3 before that. A ball and a strike. Ray's hoping he could stay hot and do something here with Jaso at first and 1 out in a 4-4 ball game. Forsythe starting to push 290, 289 right now.
You know, that would be the other question that I would have is how do you care for dreadlocks? Like how do you clean that, or do you? That would be a concern too.
Yeah. I think it's just there.
It doesn't get.
Yeah, I think it's just there.
Yeah, well, don't you think that could get a little ripe?
Maybe you get caught in the rain. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
There was a time when the beard got a little longer that there was a smell that I kept thinking that it was the top of my workout shirts that were almost it was almost moldy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm smelling it all the time now. Well, it turned out that you got to rub some shampoo through there every now and then.
Lather up there
Right.
once in a while.
Right. So it can get a little,
yeah,
unpleasant.
Follow with conditioner.
Yeah. I mean, it was gross, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Both Jaso's hair and Archer's hair, they've been fun this year.
Oh yeah.
They've been fun to, I guess, document would be one way to put it. There goes Jaso, and there is ball 4. Forsythe draws the walk. He's on base for the 3rd time tonight.
Well, the thing that made Jaso's hair fun is because it was documented where he said, hey, listen, I have the hair now and I'm off to a hot start. Once I'm not, I'm going to get rid of it. Well, he's still swinging it.
Fortunately for everyone involved, a pitching change as Buck Showalter goes to the hill. Day Showdown brought to you by your Tampa Bay area Mazda dealers. Rays had a 4-0 lead. We're now tied 4-4. And the Orioles will bring on their third pitcher of the night, Brian Mattis. So he inherits a couple of runners. Rowe came on with the bases loaded through a double play ball. And now Mattis has Jaso at second, Forsythe at first base, and Asdrubal Cabrera will turn around to bat right-handed. Ground ball, shortstop, backhanded Machado out at second, out at first. So they get the double play, and that's nicely done. Machado starts it, moving to his right, and the Orioles get the double play. Bottom of the fifth coming, 4-4. The pregame show presented by your Gulf Coast Honda dealers. Jay Odorizzi's going to open that series. In fact, you're looking right there at the rotation for the series. We'll hear from Jay Odorizzi. Matt Moore will pitch Saturday and Chris Archer on Sunday. And Orestes will break down Brett Gardner. There is the pitching matchup. Luis Severino's going to open the series for New York.
You got some good matchups. Eovaldi, how about that? 14-2. And then Ivan Nova will make that start on Sunday opposite Chris Archer. So that's a big series. But first things first, you got to reclaim this game. Rays have kind of let it get away, and now we're all tied up. That will lead us to Brandon Gomes for the 49th time, 47 innings of work.
Ryan Flaherty, the number 9 hitter, goes after the first pitch and bounces it foul. And after Flaherty, back around to the top of the order. So Ramirez works 4. Not quite a complete move twice through the order. Gomes on to face the number 9 hitter. And then Machado and Parra. His foot foul. 0-2.
Oh, he hammered that ball into his foot. That was an off-speed pitch. And Flaherty, he got himself pretty good. Probably better there than off the ankle bone or the shin.
ball, 2 strikes. Erasmo Ramirez works 4 innings, gives up 4 runs, including a home run to Chris Davis. It's fouled back. 6 hits allowed. Gomes ahead for Flaherty. Into the dirt. It's 2-2. Brandon Gomes. There you see Romero, Eddie Romero up in the bullpen. Gomes worked the Saturday game against Kansas City. And a Tapper foul. He came in, got a strikeout in the 9th inning of that game. Other than that, you have to go back to last Thursday against Minnesota when he pitched an inning in 2/3. Scoreless baseball, stranded a couple runners. Picked up a strikeout. That is 3-2 on Flaherty.
Trying to get Flaherty to go fishing there. It's been the fastball, the split, back and forth, in and out.
Ball 4. So Gomes walks the first man he faces, the number 9 hitter.
He just got over aggressive on the fastball, overthrew it. That ball sailed on him. And that's the part that hurts, the 9-hole. This is the part of the lineup that got things going for the Orioles in the 3rd inning when they were able to plate 4 runs.
Manny Machado, he's seen 2 pitches tonight, 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored. And he takes the first one this time. Ball 1. Rays had a lot of momentum going their way when they sent 9 men to the plate, scored 4 in the 3rd. High pop foul, and that is not playable. They had both Cabrera and Longoria down there. Count is 1-1. And the bases loaded in the 3rd, and Kiermaier up. Chaz Rowe came in and got a double play ball, and they just did get Kiermaier at first on the backside of that double play. And the Orioles came in and promptly scored 4 off Ramirez in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, think about how the top of the 5th ended. Brian Mattis comes in, 1 pitch, double play to get out of a spot.
Won the count to Machado. Takes a rip, fouls it back, 2-2. And 3-2 on Machado. Gomes went 3-2, walk Flaherty. 3-2 on Manny Machado. Over to first, and he picked him off. Flaherty went back in, standing up. Jeff Nelson making the call. And as he went back standing, Loney slapped the tag on him.
Just another mental error. The lead's not big, but you could see he was leaning. Maybe he's going. And James Loney catches that ball right on the torso of Ryan Flaherty. Let's see. Tag, that foot is not there. He absolutely is out. And how about that? Your lead's not big, you're leaning, and you don't go back in with a dive.
Showalter waiting for the internal video review. So the pickoff for the first out. They're not going to take a look at it.
No, and they shouldn't. Loney catches his ball right on the stomach of Flaherty, and you see right there, right before the foot comes down.
A major development there in this game. 3-2 to Machado, and he strokes it into center field. Kiermaier will cut it off, and Machado is going to hang on with a base hit. A lot of center fielders out there. Machado might try to run that into a double, but not tonight.
No, you've got one that busts it all the time, and you know, Kiermaier knows that. He knows how he plays. He defends as if he's the one hitting the ball. And so, you know, watch this. Ball off the bat. I mean, he's going to get to top speed, then get around it, and keep Machado from even thinking about heading into second base.
There's Parra, who doubled in a run and scored in the third. He takes the pitch close. That's a ball. Gerardo Parra struck out his first time, then doubled. 244 in a Baltimore uniform. Sitting 328 over in the National League. Strike at the knees, 1-1. All the scoring so far tonight from both teams in the third. Down 2-1. Keeping an eye on Machado, who does have 17 stolen bases this year. The Orioles don't run a lot. In fact, they're last in the league in steals, but Machado has 17 of their 37. Two and two. Parra swinging over that one to split.
He's been susceptible to the off speed, the changeup. Now here the split. So the same thing with Ramirez on the mound, able to get him.
Again to first. Parra back in. Two. Delivers that. That's foul the other way.
There's another one. We were talking earlier about the netting, the screening being put down a little bit. You see these missiles into the crowd all the time.
It'll be heads up. Keeping an eye over there on Machado.
And what helps Brandon Gomes with the running game is he can be very quick to home plate. You're going to watch him as he comes set, take a look at Machado, and then watch. Just pick it up and put it down.
And a foul ball again. Gomes picking up his second pickoff of the year. But he got Flaherty going back in, standing up. Ball 3. So Gomes has gone to 3-2 on all 3 hitters he's faced. He walked Flaherty before he picked him off, and then gave up the base hit to Machado. 3-2 to Parra, and Adam Jones is on deck.
Well, let's see if they put Machado in motion. No.
And a little tapper, that's going to be fair. And they're going to tag Parra. Parra thought it was foul and stood there and allowed himself to be tagged. Machado moves to second base. In fact, you saw Aaron Sebia. He was waiting on Loney, and Loney said, "Well, just tag him," realizing that he was just still standing there.
You know, a lot of guys not running on plays that they think the ball's foul. Benefited the Rays twice here in the last few games.
Parra's the second out. Machado moves to second base. And Adam Jones about to step in. Jones 0 for 2 tonight, 2 of 11 in his career against Brandon Gomes. Ramirez struck him out on a changeup in the 3rd. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Aaron Sebia. Baltimore tied the game on the Chris Davis 2-run home run in the 3rd inning. We're now in the 5th. Cut the foul ball. 1-1. Longoria had to have a word with Gomes, and they call out Aaron Sebia. Machado at second base. And there's Andres joining the lefty Vinny Romero out there in the bullpen. This will be pitch number 25 of the inning for Gomes, and it's pop foul. A fastball, foul ball out of play. A 1-2 count. Ground ball third. Long throw by Longoria right there for Loney. Orioles leave a man at second. We head into the sixth, tied at 4. In the third inning, J.P. Arancibia hit one high over the foul pole and left. Evan Longoria connected. The 200th home run of his career. A 2-run shot. Rays put up 4 in the third. Bottom of the third, the Orioles came back with 4. The last two coming on a home run to center by Chris Davis, his 37th of the year. This game moves into the 6th. James Loney will lead off for the Rays, tied 4-4. Loney lifts one into center. Jones is there waiting. And Loney now 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch, he skies to center. Brian Mattis came on, made 1 pitch and got a double play ball in the 5th. So he's now recorded 3 outs with just 2 pitches in this game. And he faces Kevin Kiermaier. And the first pitch is a strike. Kiermaier singled in the second. Grounded into a double play, 4-6-3 in the third. Chops it. Scope at second makes the pickup. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th inning of this game. College football returns to Fox and Fox Sports 1 Thursday. Former Michigan quarterback Jim Harbaugh makes his debut as head coach of his alma mater and leads the Wolverines against the Utah Utes. The only place you can see it is on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Pitching change coming with J.P. Arancibia due. make an appearance here with 2 outs and the bases empty in the 6th. 13th appearance for Givens.
And you get the feeling that Buck Showalter is going to manage this game like it's a Game 7. His team's so desperate for a win, and coming back from a 4-run deficit to tie it up, it is going to be matchup central the rest of the way. And Givens, we saw him, what was it, last night? Good arm, good stuff.
Came on for an inning and picked up a couple strikeouts last night, gave up a hit. It's 1-1. Mattis came on for an inning and a third, faced 3 men, made 4 pitches. Steve Geltz up in the Rays bullpen now. Givens dropping down, and that's a cut and a miss. 1-2. Bases empty, 2 outs. Fly ball into right. Parra will go back, and that's over his head, bouncing up into the stands for a double. So Aaron Sebia behind in the count, doubles into right. There's a home run and now a double tonight.
Well, solid contact. The ball this entire series has really flown here at Orioles Park, and you get full extension, able to get underneath that baseball and get some lift. That wasn't easy. Down in the zone, and you're going to burn Parra over the shoulder and up into the crowd.
Here's Sizemore swinging through that one, strike 1. It's 1-1. Givens out of Plant High School. Orioles drafted him in the 09 draft. There's a high fly ball, left center field, hanging up. Jones on the run. He can't get there. Rays are going to take the lead. Aaron Sebia scores on a double into left center field by Sizemore, and now it's 5-4.
Rays hitters back to back going the other way into the gaps. Aaron Sebia, and then how about this pitch? Get underneath it, middle of the plate, lift it out to look how shallow Adam Jones is playing. And between him and Steve Pearce, they are not able to get there. Well, so much for matchups.
Well, here's Brandon Guyer. Guyer has a double tonight. Pitch is in there for a strike. Two. The double by Aaron Sebia set up the opportunity, and Sizemore doubles into left center field. Tapper foul enough to earn another pitch. Down 0-2. Givens was drafted as an infielder. He was converted from a shortstop to a pitcher in 2013. And a cut and a miss as he drops down to strike out Guyer. Rays get a run and take the lead 5-4.
Baltimore, we have seen some great defensive center fielders last couple of series. Kevin Kiermaier, obviously, for the Rays. Adam Jones for the Orioles last series. Lorenzo Cain. Here's Adam Jones talking about what he enjoys when he sees Kevin Kiermaier play center field.
He's a guy that plays with passion. You know, I've seen him when he got called up last year. He was in left a lot with Jennings in center. Now he's manning center field every day. But he's doing it at a Gold Glove rate. You know, I see him making catches all the time, highlight reels. But when you think about it, he's always attentive. He's into the game. And as a center fielder, you got to be into the game because you're the last line of defense, and it's fun watching him play with all that energy. Sometimes I wish I had as much as him. I got a lot, but not as much as he has.
So the thoughts of Adam Jones, guys, who has won 3 straight Gold Gloves awards. There's a 25% component in the Rawlings Gold Glove Awards that are sabermetric related. Here is the Saber SDI Defensive Index metrics that shows Kevin Kiermaier by far and away the best center fielder with 5 different defensive metrics. Adam Jones hasn't been in the top 5 the last 2 years, but he's won Gold Gloves because of the votes of the manager and coaches. Guys, could this be the year that Jones loses the Gold Glove in center?
Well, it's heavily weighted, and he has a big lead in that department. So you'd have to think that he's running on the inside track right now. And if he's on the inside track, it's going to be hard to beat him.
Yeah. With that foot speed, you're right. And, you know, you think about Adam Jones and you think about the throwing arm, Kevin Kiermaier every bit. Assist from the outfield. We saw Adam Jones get one tonight. But I think he absolutely has to win that award.
Steve Geltz, the new pitcher, and he hits Chris Davis. A 1-strike pitch, and Geltz hits him. So the leadoff man in the bottom of the 6th inning is on base.
And I think eyebrows raised on where he hit him. You know, a lot of times you go up there, ribs, upper back, you start to think on purpose or just a ball up and in that got away. You see Chris Davis actually said something to Aaron Sebia before he headed down to first base.
Wieters, and the pitch to him is up. The ball, no strikes. Two and 0. Popping away from Aaron Sebia. The count now 3-0 to Wieters. Five runs, 11 hits for the Rays, 4 runs, 7 hits for the Orioles. And it's ball 4, so a hit, batter, and a walk on 4 pitches. First 2 men are on. Jim Hickey trots to the mound.
Yeah, you'd like to, especially after taking the lead, you'd like to force Baltimore to earn it. But instead, it's been self-inflicted wounds by Steve Geltz. And now 2 base runners, nobody out.
Right now, Gibbons and Gomes would be the pitchers of record. Anytime you put 2 men on to lead off an inning, you're stacking the deck against yourself.
Without even forcing Baltimore to put the ball in play. You might as well just walk out and say, you know what, you and the guy in the on-deck circle, just go. You go to second base, you go to first base. That's a tough way to start an inning.
Well, here's Jonathan Schoop. Schoop nothing of 2 tonight. cut and a miss. Scope aggressive up there. It's Matt Andrees. And you see Alex Colomé starting his procedure. Scope shows the bunt, throw back to second, and reaching across to keep that ball from going into center field is Cabrera, and a nice job. She tried to contend with Davis getting back to the bag.
And you know what? It wouldn't have mattered because Kevin Kiermaier, watch him come flying in here. That ball gets out into center field, and he was closing quickly, and with Davis going down, he probably would have stayed right there at second base, but the effort by Cabrera was very good.
Cut and a miss. Fastball, it's 1-2.
You know, those are the things. Kevin Kiermaier backing that play up as aggressively as he did. Those are the things that don't get noticed. They don't get put into the sabermetrics. Not at all. But those are the little things that he does night in and night out that make a big difference, or could make a big difference. Wow.
Strike three call. Geltz comes back to get Scope.
Now let's take a look at this. And you're going to see right here, Kevin Kiermaier, that ball blistered, and how he's got to go. Go and go now.
Clevenger taking the pitch for a strike. Clevenger 0 for 2. Nothing in 2. Clevenger twice tonight has put the ball to center field, caught by Kiermaier. Out of play. Another 2-strike pitch to come from Steve Geltz. Rocky start by hitting Davis and then walking Wieters on 4 pitches, but he's come back to get a strikeout of Scope looking, and now ahead of Clevenger. Clevenger battling, fouls this one out of play. Rays led 4-0. Orioles tied it at 4. Now the Rays lead 5-4. Ground ball back to the mound. Out at second. Out at first. 1-6-3 on the double play. 6th inning is over. 2 men on, nobody out. The Rays get out of that. The double play closes out the 6th. 5-4 Rays. promised earlier, we've selected the Data Strong fan photo of the game. Tweet your strongest fan photo to hashtag #SSDataStrongFan for a chance to be featured in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Here's Evan Longoria. Strike. Evan belted a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning. Career home run number 200. Down to 3rd. Flaherty comes up throwing. Longoria is out 3rd to 1st. That'll be John Jaso. Jaso with a single and 3 at bats. He has been on twice, reaching on an error and scoring a run in the 3rd. Takes a strike. Brad Brock now up in the Baltimore bullpen. They've had Gossman for 2 1/3, Rowe for 2, Mattis for an inning and a 1/3, and now it's Michael Gibbons. Rays got a run off him in a 1/3 of an inning in the 6th. It's 2-1. Gibbons 25 years old. And 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now there's Logan Forsythe on deck. Strike 3 called. Jaso caught looking on the fastball. That fastball's in the mid-90s. Good velocity there.
To give you a little twist for deception, that lower arm angle.
Yeah, Fox Strikes thought that pitch might have been a little wide. But a call 3rd strike, and here is Logan Forsythe. Logan on base 3 times tonight, officially 10 out of his last 12. He has a single, a double, and a walk going tonight. One ball, 1 strike. Rays off tomorrow, open a weekend series on Friday against the New York Yankees. Into left center field. That ball's going to be in there and will go to the wall. Forsythe is on his way to 2nd with the double, on for the 4th time tonight, and he's now 11 out of his last 13.
Boy, have you seen a guy that's just more comfortable at the plate right now? Doesn't matter the count. It doesn't matter what pitch it is, how hard, what the velocity is. He's just so comfortable. And those hands, man, they just continue to fire through that zone.
So Logan's up over 290 now with this stretch.
You know, we went back and looked at his batting averages at the end of every month just for fun. And it's remarkable how consistent. I mean, it's been plus or minus 8 to 10 percentage points every single month. That's the only difference. I mean, it's been between 281 and 290. And right now on that hot streak to get back over 290.
Logan at 2nd, 2 outs and a strike to count to Cabrera. Into right field, Parra on the move, diving, did he make it? He caught it. A sinking line drive off the bat of Cabrera, and Parra made the catch to retire the Rays. They made a bid for another run, no runs, 1 hit, and a man left. Here's the catch by Parra. 5-4 Rays.
Rays lead at 5-4 back at Oriole Park in Camden Yards. Guys, coming up on September 13th. It's a Sunday day game courtesy of the Tampa Bay Times. Will be this superhero shirt, including a cape right here on the back of the shirt. Pretty cool. Steve Geltz is going to face Steve Pearce here to lead things off. I'm going to give it to these young Rays fans who are in the second row to let them model it here, because this shirt will not fit on me. So after the first pitch, we'll have the T-shirt model right behind me, guys. Maddie and Travis, there they go. What do you think? Big smiles. They're from the Tampa Bay area and here watching a little baseball in Baltimore. Guys, back to you.
All right, that's a good look and a perfect fit. Little pitch, Pearce pops it up. Shallow right center, and you saw Geyer giving way to Kiermaier there.
Leak to Leak. Gave way to Leak. Kelly. You can see Logan too. Logan was starting to peel off. Brandon Geyer. Here comes Kelly. Everything that you can get, son.
Yeah, Kiermaier had to cover some ground to get there. And in between Geyer and Forsythe.
Taking charge. I love it.
Ryan Flaherty.
Need to get that Saber SDI number up.
Yeah, his lead isn't big enough. 1-1 now. Ground ball right side. Forsythe handles this one. Oh, 2 quick outs here in the 7th inning. Manny Machado is due up, and Kevin Cash out of the dugout. They have Colomé out there in the bullpen. And Cash heads to the mound. So Geltz departs after an inning and 2/3. We'll be back. He will be the 4th pitcher in this game for the Rays, and take a look at that stretch of 15 appearances for Colomé.
Well, we just keep updating it. It's just a regular occurrence. The record, look at the ERA, the opponent's average, strikeout to walk ratio. I mean, everything has been off the charts, and so that's why you see Alex Colomé later in games, deeper in games, and in very important spots in games.
We're going to face the top of the order, Manny Machado. Machado's 2 for 3 tonight.
And I'm being told that he's giving up just over 2/3 of a runner per innings pitched. If you just want to add that one on too, the old whip.
Yeah. Wow. So here's Machado with 2 outs and the bases empty. And he comes out swinging, fouling it back, strike 1. Well, you don't want to groove one on the first pitch to Machado.
That was a healthy hack. I was thinking the same thing. My goodness.
Zach Britton up in the bullpen for the Orioles. 1-1. Did he go? He did not, says Jeff Nelson. 2-1. Rays are 7-7 with the Orioles. Wrapping up the Baltimore portion of the season series. The Orioles will be in to Tropicana Field for 4 games at the end of the next homestand. He skies it into shallow right. Angling out Forsythe, and he is there in front of Geyer to make the catch. So it's Forsythe making the catch and hanging on to the 8th, 5-4 Rays. Tonight's game summary brought to you by Gold and Diamond Source. The Rays a couple of home runs, highlighting a 4-run third. Aaron Sebe and Longoria connecting, number 200 for Evan in his career. Baltimore back with 4 in their third, and the Rays got a double, an RBI double to the 6th from Grady Sizemore, scoring Aaron Sebe. We move into the 8th. The Rays, let's see, the left-hander Zach Britton with Loney and Kiermaier due to be 1 and 2 in the 8th inning, followed by Aaron Sebe. Only 2 for 3 tonight, facing the tough lefty. First pitch, 96 in there for a strike. So Gibbons worked an inning and a third, gave up 3 hits, all doubles and a run, picked up a couple strikeouts. Gomes and Gibbons, the pitchers of record in this game.
Well, and with Britton on here, it just shows you the importance of this game to the Orioles. And they're down. But boy, oh boy. How about the movement that he gets on pitches that are 96, 97 miles an hour? It's pretty astonishing.
You know, there's some really good guys coming out of bullpens late these days. I don't know if there's anybody more impressive than Britton when he comes in with pitches like that.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, when you're up there at 96, 97 miles an hour, the ball's getting to home plate so quickly that there's no time for it to sink. You throw right through the sink. He's able to get that kind of movement on pitches that hard. You just don't see it.
Yeah, he defies. You know, there's a book called The Science of Sport, why those things happen. He defies all that. You know, how a curveball breaks, all of that. And this is in the face of all that. And then he drops one of those in there on you.
Well, that's how it breaks.
The 2-strike count. Wide. Kiermaier with a couple of at-bats in his young career against Britton. 0 for 2 against him. And down 1-2 right now. Bounces this one foul. So he'll see another pitch. J.P. Arancibia will be next. He's on deck. Kiermaier is going to be tagged out. Tried to hold up, could not. He chased that pitch. And who could blame him? So 2 outs now here in the 8th. And Nathan Karns getting some throwing in the bullpen down there. It's be interesting to see what comes of that. Matt Moore is going to start on Saturday. Big cut and a miss by Arancibia. And that's a strike. So with Moore coming in to pitch in the rotation, the word was no 6-man rotation. But the other impression we were getting is that nobody's completely out of the rotation either. High foul down the right side. 2 strikes the count to Arancibia. The miss. So Arancibia is out on strikes. Britton strikes out the side. 5-4 Tampa Bay. Sports Icons and Warriors. And starting next month, two of the biggest names in the UFC will face off as coaches as interim featherweight champion Conor McGregor and Uriah Faber join an all-new season of The Ultimate Fighter. The mayhem begins Wednesday, September 9th, only on Fox Sports 1. Eduardo Parra is going to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it. Rene Rivera takes over behind the plate for the Rays here, and Mikey Matuk is out there in left field. Upstairs, it's 1-1. Parra, Jones, and Davis. Danger due up in the 8th inning. Number, that's foul, and Parra's headed to first this time after being tagged out by the catcher in the 5th inning.
Possibly an earful from somebody. You're running out of outs at this point.
Message being run, Parra, run. 1-2 the count. And did he go? Yes, he did. So Parra is out on strikes.
Here's the breaking ball down. Too far. No question.
The Rays starting the day 3.5 back in the wild card chase. Darren O'Day loosening in the Orioles bullpen. The Angels also started 3.5 back, but they've won. They beat Oakland, so they're 3 back right now. Tap foul by Adam Jones. Minnesota's home in the bottom of the 6th inning, holding a 1-0 lead on the White Sox. New York and Texas, the wild card teams right now in the American League. Minnesota 1 back. The Angels, by virtue of their win, 3, and the Rays 3.5. Chopped to short. Cabrera makes the play to first. So 2 outs in the 8th. 2 up, 2 down. And Chris Davis will face column A. Davis hit a home run to center field in the 3rd. He has single homered and has been hit by a pitch. Here's the home run off Erasmo Ramirez. Ball, no strikes. Cut the miss. It's 1-1. Indians lost in Toronto 5-1. They were immediately behind the Rays, a 1.5 games back of the Rays. A 1-1 count on Chris Davis. And 2-1. Rays will be heading into New York. They'll go to New York and Detroit on this trip before returning home on Friday, the 11th of September, with Boston, the New York Yankees, and the Baltimore Orioles coming in on that homestand.
There's going to be a lot of East from here on out.
Strike called, and it's 2-2.
Drive that fastball to the outside corner. We've seen a couple of these that Fox Track has off the plate being called. So we've got to be ready to swing at anything out that way.
Under it, a high pop fly. It's Cabrera making the call and the catch. We are through 8 at Baltimore, and the Rays lead 5-4. SunTrust, new checking options that work as hard as you do. By Kubota. To find a participating dealer, go to FloridaKubotaDealers.com. And by your Gulf Coast Honda dealers. Oriole Park at Camden Yards, where the Rays hold a 5-4 lead moving into the 9th inning. And they will be facing Darren O'Day on for the 54th time.
Well, 63 strikeouts in 50 2/3 innings, and that ERA of 1.60. Impressive, too.
Marky Matuk, who entered the game in left field in the 8th inning, will open the 9th inning. Pitch is a strike call. Two. Brad Boxberger up in the bullpen. Ball and 2 strikes. Cut and a miss. Matuk after that pitch up. One away in the 9th inning. Coming up on Rays Live, the postgame presented by Checkers. Rich and Orestes along to anchor it. We'll hear from Kevin Cash in the manager's post-game press conference, and Todd Callis will provide interviews from the clubhouse. Evan Longoria belting his career home run number 200 tonight. Brandon Guyer at the plate. He sends a fly ball into center. And Jones is there waiting for that one.
Well, the one thing that we know about Buck Showalter when putting together his bullpen, he likes a lot of different styles, and he loves the odd arm angle guys. Think about, you just saw Michael Givens has that sidearm delivery. O'Day a little bit lower than that. Brad Brock gives you some deception with his arm angle. Got a lot of different styles of guys that he can go to, and it's been a very consistently good piece of his team this year.
Here's Evan Longoria. Pitch outside. Longoria helping that 2-run home run in the third, giving him 16 home runs for the year, with 60 runs batted in. Two and 0. The Rays with a 1-run lead here in the top of the ninth. Rays looking for their 5th sweep of the season. High fly ball down the line and left. That's got a chance to get out of here. That's a fair ball off the foul pole. Home run for Evan Longoria. His second of the night, and the Rays now lead by 2. A 2-0 pitch, and Longoria hits the home run.
Well, for the Rays, this has been the series of get it airborne, and you've got a shot. And Longoria gets out and around this pitch. Definitely has the distance and the height. Would it stay fair?
Longoria hits 3rd home run of the series, number 17 of the year.
When you love that insurance too, a 1-run to a 2-run lead, a big deal with 3 outs to get.
There's a strike on John Jaso. Jaso singled in the 5th, reached on an error in the 3rd, and scored a run. 0-2. The Rays have had 3 home runs in this game, 2 provided by Evan Longoria. It's fouled back. There's the home run swing. And the reaction from Souza and Archer down there in the Rays dugout. One ball, 2 strikes now to Jaso. Out number 3 on the strikeout, but the Rays add another run. They're going to lead by 2 with Wieters, Scope, and Clevenger due. Well, that's the story of this game. The Rays behind 3 home runs, 2 provided by Evan Longoria, lead 6-4. Moving into the bottom of the 9th inning. Rays trying to complete the sweep. And Brad Boxberger goes to the hill, leading the American League in saves.
Well, and he's got the extra run to work with now, the 2-run lead. And Dwayne, we talked about it before this series even began, about winning series. The Rays are going to have to do that, but we also said they're going to need to sprinkle in some sweeps along the way if they want to crawl back into it. And here is your golden opportunity. You're 3 outs away.
Well, the Rays haven't swept a 3-game series on the road since July of last year when they did that in Minnesota. And their last sweep here at Camden Yards was in May of 2013. Now Matt Wieters, who has a single and a walk, and in between a ground ball to second, will lead off the bottom of the 9th. Good cut and a miss on the fastball, strike 1. It's high, it's 1-1. Boxberger got Wieters on a fly ball to center to end the game Monday. This is the first time Wieters had ever faced him. And now the count is 2-1. Ramirez for 4, Gomes for 1, Geltz an inning and 2/3, Colomé an inning and a third. And now Boxberger, and he's behind 3 balls and a strike. High foul, well out of play. And the count goes full. Jonathan Scope waiting to hit next. And a liner foul, this one into the stands. Fouled again. Rays scored 4 times in the 3rd. Baltimore scored 4 in the 3rd. The Rays got a run in the 6th and another run in the 9th. Wieters has gone to 3-2, fouling off a couple pitches. And that one is a bit high. He takes it for ball 4. Second time he's drawn a walk. 3 walks off Rays pitching tonight, and Wieters has 2 of them.
Well, that gets the tying run to the plate, what you wanted to avoid, and especially on a walk. Ball up in the zone, change up.
Here's Scope. Scope 0 for 3 tonight, a couple strikeouts. And a cut and a miss, strike 1. Scope hit the ball on the ground to short in the 4th inning. The pitch high. It's now 1-1. Time to retie the shoelace. The hitters due up in the bottom of the ninth inning. Wieters, the only hitter Boxberger faced here Monday night. And a long one to left. That one will get out of here. Home run off the bat of Schoop to tie the game at 6.
Now that's the fear. That's the fear. You walk that leadoff man, tying run to the plate. It takes one pitch, and Schoop was able to stay back on a changeup and put a charge into it. No doubt about this one.
So a walk and a home run. It's tied. Here's Clevenger lifting a high pop-up. Loney is there to make the catch. Well, they had Rivera out there from behind the plate, not sure. And Loney came on to finally grab it.
And everybody knew it. Brad didn't even look.
Well, here's Steve Pearce. Pitch is a strike. So the Orioles came back to tie it in the third. They've come back to tie it in the ninth at 6 this time. Ground ball to third. Longoria will take care of that. So 2 outs here in the ninth. And Ryan Flaherty is going to be the hitter. Flaherty 0 for 2. He walked in the 5th inning and was picked off. One and one. Ball, 1 strike. Well, how about this? 2 of the really top flight bullpen men have given up home runs here in the ninth. Darren O'Day in the top, Boxberger in the bottom. Now 2-1 the count on Flaherty. Matt Andrees up in the Rays bullpen. There's a strike. 2-2. Brad Brock busy in the Baltimore bullpen. And strike 3 called. So the Orioles score 2 on the home run to tie it. And we're headed into extra innings. Jonathan Schoop's 11th home run of the year, tying this game at 6. innings here in Baltimore. 9th inning home runs. Big in this one, Evan Longoria. Hit his second one of the night in the top of the inning.
And you felt really good about it, too, because that gave the Rays a 2-run cushion with 3 outs to go. But after a leadoff walk, Jonathan Scope would get underneath a changeup, and absolutely no doubt about that one, and tie this ball game up. That's why we're in the 10th inning now. And Brad Brock will be taking the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. His 50th appearance, 63 2/3 innings. You can see he can rack the strikeouts up. It was 73.
Brock worked in the game here Monday and faces Logan Forsythe to lead it off here in the 10th.
A tough assignment going up against this guy right away.
Logan has been on 4 times tonight, another 3-hit night. He's now 11 of his last 13.
How about the series number? Hey, how you been hitting that Baltimore? Well, I'm 9 for 10. I'm hitting 900.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
And his season's average is now 291.
Is it possible to hit 300 anymore?
I'll tell you, it seems to be getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah.
2-1 the count now on Logan. Three and 1. Brock followed Wei-Yin Chen into the game here on Monday. Gave up a home run to Tim Beckham in the inning and a third he worked. That's ball 4. He's on base again. Forsythe reaching for the 5th time tonight on a leadoff walk. And now he's going to be lifted for a pinch runner. It'll be Beckham to run for Forsythe. The Rays make the move. Put a little more speed on after Forsythe reaches. Forsythe on 11 times in this series. And now here's Cabrera. Beckham back in at first. Cabrera looking for his first hit tonight. He walked in the 3rd. And again a move to first with Beckham back in.
Better throw and they get him. A better throw and they would have gotten him or had a real good chance. Watch Davis. Throws on the bag. They got a chance. But see, he's got to catch it, then come back for the tag. And that's going to take too long.
Again over there, keeping a close eye on Beckham. Cabrera tried to check. That's a strike. Runner at first. And now Cabrera is going to bunt the ball. And it pops away off the mitt of Wieters.
You get the feeling the Rays are going to make something happen here. Somehow, some way.
Well, they've done it all series. again over to first. Tapper foul. 1-2. Well, a couple steals off Brock. In fact, 5 steals this year, but a couple caught stealings. And last year, 5 steals with 3 caught stealings and a pickoff. Upstairs. 2-2.
Well, he's obviously concerned with Beckham over at first base. The number of times that he's thrown over, and when a pitcher does that, there's that tendency to speed up the delivery. Speeding up the delivery means fat pitches out over the plate. Or
one wide.
This right here. Putting yourself in a position to maybe walk Cabrera. Trying to keep an eye on Beckham.
3-2 the count. Runner goes. The pitch lifted toward the line and left. Pierce over there will make the catch, and Beckham retreats to first. It's the first out. Now James Loney. Loney walked the other night against Brock. He is 2 for 6 in his career against him, and 2 for 4 tonight. Outside. Ball game in extra innings. And a line drive caught by Davis. They're going to double up Beckham. So Loney lines into the double play after the leadoff walk, and the Rays leave no one. We're headed into the bottom of the 10th, tied 6-6. By Jack Link's Beef Jerky all season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky, feed your wild side. Bottom of the 10th inning coming up from Baltimore. Tim Beckham stays on to play second after running for Forsythe.
Well, Matt Andriese, he will come on for the 18th time. 55 and 2/3 innings. He's done a little bit of everything. We've seen him as a starter. We've seen him come out of the bullpen. And you've got a tie ball game, bottom of the 10th, top of the order coming up for the Baltimore Orioles. No easy task for Matt.
Well, Manny Machado is going to lead it off. Then Parra and Jones. Andriese worked an inning here the other night on Monday and gave up 3 runs. Machado chops it to third. Charge, barehanded pickup, and the throw. Got him! He's out at first. Longoria to Loney on a bang play down there. Jeff Nelson has him out at first. Boy, what a play by Longoria.
It certainly was, Dwayne. I mean, a bare hand, do or die. And certainly with the naked eye, even from up here, the gut was that they got him. Well, you got to hustle, you got to throw. And there it is.
And give Loney some kudos on the receiving end. Boy, that's quite a job by Loney on a great play by Longoria. 2 stars by Longoria and 1 by Loney because they both deserved it there.
Well, that is top-notch defense in a huge spot.
Gerardo Parra now. He drove in a run with a double in the 3rd. Strike 1. One and one. The knees for a strike. 1 and 2. There's a little tap picked up by Rivera, who throws him out. Well, Parr is getting that one down pat tonight.
I mean, he's had a couple of swings and with about a combined 10 feet, 8 to 10 feet.
2 up, 2 down. Well, it will be Adam Jones. Jones singled against Andriese in the 7th inning on Monday, driving in a run. Pitch is outside, 1-0. A 6-6 contest here in the bottom of the 10th. Rays have 13 hits. The Orioles have 8. It's fouled out of play. 2-1. We're in the 10th. It's been a while since the Rays have won an extra inning game. You have to go back to the 3rd of June in Los Angeles when Kevin Kiermaier's home run eventually gave the Rays a 6-5 10-inning win. 2-2. Since then, the Rays have lost 8 consecutive extra inning games. 2-10 in extra innings this year. The 2-2. Full count. Chris Davis on deck. Ground ball third. Gloved by Longoria. The throw is in time. 1-2-3. Kevin Kiermaier will open the 11th inning. 6-6 ball game. Night in New York in the Bronx. Jay Odorizzi will go to the mound for the Rays. We'll be with you at 6:30 on Sun Sports with our pregame coverage. Jake, after his 7th win, he'll be opposed by Luis Severino, who is 2-2. Catch up for the rest of that series Saturday afternoon. Matt Moore back from Durham, and then Chris Archer on Sunday afternoon. Kevin Kiermaier takes a big cut and fouls it. Strike one. Kevin leading off the 11th inning.
Well, you'd love to get Kiermaier on base here, leading an inning off with his speed. You think Brad Brock was paying attention to Tim Beckham? Imagine the scrutiny that this guy will get.
Foul ball back on the fastball. 0-2.
Or throw that pitch again and just hit it out. And a little bit of a power surge.
Yeah, he's capable of doing that, of course. And check. There's Guccione on the call down there at third on the appeal. 1-2. Foul back at third. That ball will be out of the reach of Flaherty or Pierce. One hops into the stands. Baltimore in extra innings this year. This is their 10th game. They're 4-5, and again the Rays 2-10. On to first base, gloved by Davis, who steps on the bag. One away in the 11th. Well, Rene Rivera, who entered the game in the bottom of the 8th inning, will come on now. Gets the ball to the backstop, 1-0. First at bat for Rivera. He took over for Aaron Sebia. And it's popped up. Scope eyeing it, makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down. It's going to get us to the top of the order. Mikey Matuk. Matuk batted in the 9th and went down swinging. Takes the pitch a little close. It's 1-1. Took facing the right-hander, Brad Brock. Fouls that one away. Into the upper deck it goes. So it's 1-2. Brock here in his 2nd inning of work. Pretty close there. Brock thought he had the corner. The count is 2-2.
Well, let's take a look.
Well, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Matuk draws a walk. A 2-out walk. And that's going to get Brandon Guyer up here. And you know how he loves to hit in this ballpark.
Mr. Camden Yards.
So with a runner at first and 2 outs, Guyer, who was robbed of a home run in the 1st inning by Pierce, bats in the 11th. Took back in at first. You missed there. A strike. Let's go back to the 1st inning. And on the 4th pitch of the game, Guyer tried to hit one out and Pierce wouldn't let him.
Had to run a long way and made a heck of a play. You can see the reactions right there of Archer and Kiermaier.
Behind Brock 0-2. Fly ball right field. And Parra drifting back and moving to his left makes the catch. The Rays are out in the 11th, and Chris Davis will open the bottom of the inning when we return. Jack Link's Beef Jerky all season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky, feed your wild side. We go to the bottom of the 11th inning. Well, the Rays are going to face Chris Davis, and he's dangerous. He homered in the bottom of the 9th last night off Kirby Yates. He homered in the 3rd inning of this game, connecting off Erasmo Ramirez. 37 home runs on the year, and he leads off the bottom of the 11th, and you know what's on his mind. And this first pitch softened away. 1-0. Two and nothing.
It's the off speed below the zone against Chris Davis, or the fastball that's up. You know, he's got a real uppercut swing. He's a low ball hitter, high hands, likes the ball down.
And there's ball 3.
Careful, careful, careful. Matt Andrees is being with Davis on the verge of losing him.
Matt Wieters on deck. And a high shot way out of here. That ball is pulverized. What a shot off the bat of Chris Davis to end this one. That takes your breath away. And the Orioles defeat the Rays in 11 innings tonight, 7-6.
I don't know if I saw the ball come down. You know, if anybody has the green light on 3-0, it's going to be Chris Davis, obviously. And boy, oh boy, did he get into that. I mean, I'm not sure where that ball ended up. Off the scoreboard, maybe.
Here's a look.
Well, that ball's down just above the knees, able to get full extension. That's where he's done his damage. Oh, there it is. My goodness.
It went down the exit way. I don't know how far that's going to roll. He may have actually hit it out of the park. He certainly hit it through the exit.
Wow.
And the Rays continue to have problems in extra innings. Their extra inning record now drops to 2-11 on a 3-0 pitch that Davis literally hit it out of sight. So the Rays settled for winning 2 out of 3 and dropped this one in 11 innings, 7-6. For Brian Anderson and the rest of our crew, Dwayne Stats, hope you've enjoyed the telecast and not the outcome. We'll be with you Friday night, 6:30. The Rays and the Yankees. Coming up next, Rays Live, the postgame presented by Checkers.